What's good, everyone? I'm IAnthonyD. Welcome back to another Texas Chain Saw Massacre video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the March 28th update, what type of content you can expect, and hearing from the community on some of their thoughts about it. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to slash that like button, subscribe with notifications set to all so you don't miss out on future videos. Now, March 28th is the next content update for the Texas Chain Saw Massacre that will feature a brand new map, the Mill. This map looks absolutely crazy, like nothing we've ever seen before, with our best look of it coming from the recent teaser trailer. We also know that we will be getting a brand new victim with the likeness and voice by Barbara Crampton, absolute icon in the horror industry. Her character name is Virginia. We broke down her powers and abilities and even her lore a little bit, being a mother looking for her missing child Jesse. But for a while now, the community has been wondering, what will the killer of this content drop look like? Typically they release a victim and a family member. There has been zero word about the family member, but the community was under the impression that maybe we get a final trailer closer to the release date that would reveal this family member. With that said, we got official word from a gun community manager that there will be no family member coming March 28th. We will not be releasing a new family member on the 28th. The work is still ongoing. It wasn't going to be ready in time for March 28th. However, we didn't want to hold up the release of the new map, the Mill, or Virginia because of it. When we have more news to share, we will. Now, obviously, this has started some conversations within the community from different sides and different opinions. Really disappointed. Victim queue times are going to be awful than they already are. They just can't win. People have demanded new content and bombarded them with complaints, and they held them to the fire over the 90 days thing. Now they are ready to release stuff that is ready instead of them delaying it further, and now people still complain. Now, one of the first things that are being brought up is obviously the queue times. This is one of my main worries about only releasing a victim player, is that it's going to affect the queue times and make them even worse than they already are. Now, personally, I don't think they should have delayed it. I think that the game in the current state just needs content, and it's unfortunate that we couldn't get a family member in time. Terrible decision, in my opinion. In a game where the majority wants to play victims anyway, having a huge update with nothing new on the family side is only going to make queue times worse. We may have to suffer in lobbies a bit for victim release, but that means the new family will be a solo release. That means when the new family member comes out, everyone will be trying to play as family, and victim queue times will be amazing during that period. This is true. Obviously, when they released the Bride of Sissy and the Shirtless Johnny, queue times were a lot more even, and even way faster for victim than it was for family members. So this is something that may happen. I think it would have been more sensible to release the map alone on the 28th, and then the characters together at a later date when they are both ready. It negates any queue time issues while still keeping the new content rolling. This is also another point that has been talked about a lot, and it's something that I'm kind of indifferent about. I would have been okay with it. I think the new map, in my opinion, is the biggest thing for me. I think maps is what completely changes up the gameplay. So I think I would have been okay with releasing the map on the 28th, and then maybe a little bit later we get a teaser of Virginia and the new family member coming in a shorter time. You guys are acting like this means that they aren't releasing a new family member at all. They said we are going to be getting new content around April. I knew this was going to happen. Disappointed about that. Horrible to release just the map and the victim and leave family empty-handed. This community is incredible. We complain when they release characters early without fully testing. We complain when they delay characters because they need to be fully tested. And you still wonder why they don't have a roadmap or timeline or planned releases. Unbelievable. I'm just glad we're getting any content. It's sort of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. Obviously, rushing out content or not fully testing content leads to things like Danny, or pulling back and fully testing content to fully flush everything out may lead to delays like we have with this situation. At least that's what it appears when they say things like they're not ready. That's what my guess would be, is that they need to fully test this character and make sure that they are solid and ready to go for release. And that comes with delays and a lot of interesting viewpoints. But as always, I'd love to hear what you think down below. So comment down below. What's your thoughts on the March 28th update? What's your thoughts on the delay of the new family member? Let's talk about it. If you enjoyed these videos, make sure to slash that like button, subscribe, and notifications set to all. We do have a gameplay series called Meet the Slaughters with some funny moments in the world of Texas. Please check that out if you're interested. Until then, remember to follow the rules to survive. Don't do drugs, don't have sex. Oh yeah, don't die.
You gotta have a everybody dies. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. These days, you never drink or do drugs. Everybody dies. Everybody dies. You gotta have a secret.